everyone, my name is Gavin, and today we are going to be talking about running Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege on the computer with the GT 730 graphics card. Now, just recently I was searching YouTube, trying to figure out, can I run, because I don't really have the best of computers and with the best of graphics cards, and I was searching YouTube and going to many different websites, like looking around to see if I could run Siege with a GT 730 GPU. Now I can't really find any. I mean, if you look around, you might be able to find some videos, but really I can't find any videos that will help. If you could exactly play your games with a GT 730 or anything lower than that, possibly. Now on my screen you can see at the top right my performance of my GPU, CPU, and disk at the top right. So right here it just basically says like my temperatures, how much CPU is being used, how much GPU is being used, and how much disk is being used. That goes along with the memory as well. And now at the top left of the screen you could also see my frame rate. So just a short little number, so you could just quickly check over there to see how much frame rate you're getting, or I was getting personally, on every map. Now if you have some sort of software that allows you to overclock your GPU, if it's something lower than this, then you probably will get something higher and be able to run it at a higher resolution. To get a high enough FPS for this game, I recommend with this GPU running the game at a 1 pixel by 1 pixel resolution. To do this, you need to go into the game files in your documents. Go to documents, go to my games, select Rainbow Six Siege, then select the user ID, and then select game settings. Now in here you need to look for resolution width and resolution height. You want to change out the numbers, and you want to type in 1 for width and then 1 for height. Now to make sure that it's literally just not 1 pixel on my screen for the recording, I did end up scaling the aspect ratio to 5:4. So you might want to do that as well. It happened to boost my FPS in tons of maps and areas. Now I am playing the game at a field of view of 73, and all my graphics settings are set to as low as they could possibly be. I also made sure before I loaded up the game to go into my task manager and close any applications that I am not using but were running at the time. For instance, the Xbox app, because I'm on Windows 10. So for instance, the Xbox app, the Microsoft Office app, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, and any other program that might be running. If you don't want to do this all manually by yourself, you might want to download a program named Razer Cortex, or also known as Game Booster. This will automatically get rid of any programs running in the background when you're playing a game, and it will optimize the game specifically for you, so you can run it at a higher frame rate and not get as much frame drops as usual. But if you're like me and you're trying to save as much storage as possible on your computer for games and video files, then you might not want to download this program, or if you're suspicious of it, just do it manually, and as soon as you start doing it, very usually you'll get used to it and it will become almost habit and easy to do. Now, if you can see my game, well, it should run like this for yours. Your menu screen runs at 60 FPS and higher, and on the operator selection screen, at the frame rate you might see like 258 or something like that, but that's not true as it's running at 60 to 30 FPS. Now on the menu screen where you see the two operators, Jackal and Mira, you should only get around 20 FPS and below. It's very hard, very difficult to run that with a low GPU. You can see on the screen on Coastline right now, it is dropping, it's going down between 60 and 50s, which is quite excellent for a GT 730, but at the beginning there you can see that it dropped in between the 40s. Now as you start to look towards the center of the map, it will start dropping. Yep, 48 and so on and so forth. Now, obviously, as I said before, depending on how many entities or objects are in your game at the moment, for instance, if there's 5 breach charges going off, 5 nitro cells, 2 nitro cells, or lots of things happening, your frame rate will drop quite seriously. Now, looking towards the outside of the map, you're going to be getting a higher FPS than 50, obviously. As you can see, it's going into the 80s and the 70s, which is quite excellent for a GT 730, as I said before. I don't know if this would change in daytime, but you are obviously getting higher FPS. And if you feel that you can handle the low FPS and then the high FPS at the outside, you might want to change your graphics settings, but I really do recommend with this graphics card to keep it at as low as possible. Obviously this map, the way it was created, is very beautiful. I love the colors in it, and it kind of breaks me down the tears that I can't run it properly. And that is about it for this video. I hope that I helped all you guys with the low-end GPUs that were looking for a video to see if you could actually run this game, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. As I said before earlier in the video, if you really do want to get the best experience out of this game, I recommend upgrading to a GTX 970 or above, as the graphics card is only around $80, so it is quite cheap for a graphics card that can run Rainbow Six Siege at ultra settings with a FPS higher than 100 at 1920 by 1080 resolution. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and to comment down below saying you did so. And while you're over there, you should hit that subscribe button to get notifications when a new video comes out. And as always, you guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!